Hi, everyone. Let me set this up. I'd like to share the fruits of my work over the past month. A lot of work has been devoted to Simba Business over the past month. This interface is called TRES payments. Let me tell you what it's for, who it's for, and what the real benefits are that it has for business. The interface that we made, TRES payments, is designed for small and medium businesses. It's for people who own small service industry companies or retail companies in Dubai. To begin with, it's worth mentioning what crypto regulations allow us to do. Since we have the licenses we need, we're able to carry out transactions and other operations like buying and selling cryptocurrency and buying goods and paying for services with cryptocurrency. This is exactly what TRES payments is designed for. It's designed so that an ordinary person can, for example, in a restaurant or showroom or barber, come in, have a haircut, and then open their phone and pay their bill, which is issued in the form of a QR code. In fact, QR code bills are already here. I saw it in some supermarkets yesterday. You can pay with QR codes everywhere. We have a comprehensive solution. It's part of Simba Business. And small and medium business owners can create new points of sales. For example, let's say I own a barbershop, and I want people at my shop or restaurant to pay using crypto. I can create a new point of sale, then send the corresponding link to my staff, and staff can go into this interface. I'll show you more in a moment, and issue invoices. See the history of invoices over the past 48 hours, and the owner of the business can track records and see payments received in different cryptocurrencies. They'll be converted to USDT, and then they'll be able to get cryptocurrency into their accounts completely legal and transparently for small businesses. This is a really cool solution. I'll show you now how it works. Specifically what people actually working in these areas will use. For example, bartenders, hairdressers, anyone who provides services and gets their money quickly. They can just click New Bill, issue it, and show the QR code. Anyway, enough talk. Let's look at how it works. Restaurant workers, waiters, or bartenders will click the link given by the owner of the business. See the opening and then get to this screen here. What can we see here? We can see that the user has a profile picture. They know who they're logged in as, and they can see their balance over the last 24 hours. They can choose to show it or hide it as they so wish. They can also see their most recent orders. There aren't any here yet. The most important button for them is the New Bill button. Let's imagine some customers ate at a restaurant and have decided to pay using crypto. No problem. Now the user has pressed New Bill. What do they do next? They need to enter the payment amount. Since we're in Dubai, the payment will be either in dirhams, or you can choose dollars or euros. But it depends on the point of sale either way. Next, they'll enter the amount. Assuming the customer wants to pay in dirhams, we tap Amount to Pay, type 123, since that's the amount, and now we have an invoice. We can also enter comments. For example, if we want to say it's for the customers on table 7. Let's move on to the next step. Here's an interesting point. Before, we had all the fields on the same page. But we decided to split them up after analyzing the situation. Because it may be the case that you need to show the phone to the client and tell them that they need to choose what cryptocurrency to use and then show them the QR code. Alright, so at the previous step, we, as a bartender or waiter, choose how much is needed to be paid. Next, we pass the phone to the client. Now the client might say that they want to pay with Bitcoin, for example. Here we can see the available networks. Once we've chosen everything, we can see the amount. In this case, it's 0.002 bitcoins, or 123 dirhams. Now, we can see that the order has been created. We can tap on it and create a QR code based on it. Additionally, if there is something we don't like, we can cancel the order. In that case, the order will have the cancelled status. This can happen if the client decided they didn't want to pay, or they went off somewhere. Basically, as a waiter or a bartender, I can cancel the order if the client wants to pay by cash or card instead of crypto. After the client has chosen a network and cryptocurrency for payment, we can show them the QR code. Here's what it looks like. Next, the client can point their phone at the code and scan it in their crypto wallet, and then pay the amount shown by the QR code, and that'll be that. We can also send them the address if, for example, their camera doesn't work. We can use Telegram or WhatsApp or another app. Simply copy the address and send it. Or they can look at the numbers and check that the QR code they scanned corresponds to this address. We can see here that the order was 123 dirhams, which is about $33. At this stage, we can already see the status of the order has changed to waiting, which means we're now waiting for the client to pay for this order. If we go to the screen, we can see that it's waiting for the money to arrive. If for some reason the client wants to scan the QR code again, for example, if they didn't manage it the first time, then we can show them the QR code again and they can scan it. Let's come back to the order again. We can see what we have and look at the comment that was left. Here it says bill for table 7. Very convenient. We can close it if we don't need it and return to the main page. We know when the payment has arrived because the status will change to success. And if we go to the bill page again, we can see that the client paid and that the payment arrived at some point. We can see all the details. For example, here we have crypto to pay, which is in Bitcoin, and also the 123 dirhams, and of course, we can see that the status of our order has changed. At some point, there'll be much more of these orders. I'll show you what it looks like. Here is the amount that the waiter received over the last 24 hours in dollars. This payment went through successfully. But when there are many orders, we can see that all orders have different times, different statuses, some are waiting to be paid, and there are some cases, for example, when exchanges take a commission, and that the client sent their money and didn't even consider the fact that it might not be all the money. In these cases, we have partial pay, which shows that although there was a payment, not all the money had been paid, and you can tap the order to see what happened. You can see how much came, where it came from, and why the order wasn't paid in full. Let me show you a little bit about canceled orders, since we can see them here too. So, we have canceled orders with the canceled status. If they went through normally, then they'll have the success status. We can also sort them. They're sorted by date, but they can also be sorted by status, in which case we'll see success first, followed by partial pay, and then waiting and canceled. This interface is being actively used in display, including in some of the best places with lots of people working there who work directly for small business and medium-sized businesses and who really need this kind of interface. We're trying to get as much feedback as we can from people working on the ground and people representing businesses so that we can improve our solution, since it's impossible to make something perfect. Our solution is quite simple. It covers only the most important requirements: making new invoices, paying for things, seeing the status of everything over the past 24 hours, and as an owner to get my money in general. We'll see how it all goes. But I'll definitely say that the first impressions are very positive. Not only is this a great solution in terms of tech, it is also supported by licenses which give us permission to carry out our business. I hope everything made sense. If you have any questions, write them in the comments under the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.